Okay, the live stream should be starting up soon. Please give a moment to make sure I have everything set on up. Well, pause if you open up the tabs, I usually do monitor. Looks like Rumble is going good. We do have the YouTube thumbnails update. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of it today. Okay. Thumbnail. Oh, there it is. YouTube thumbnails. So YouTube's good. Twitter appears to be good. Kick appears to be good. Twitch is going good. Let me check my other computer. Please give me another moment. Yep, looks like everything's good. So, let's go to get started. Let's see, I do got a handful of replays. We could probably do a 1v1, then 2v2, then 1v1, then 2v2. That seems like a good enough plan for me. Let's just start from the top. Don't recognize these names. Let's go ahead and view it then. Oh, before I get started, I do need to do one thing. Disable preview. There we go. Long story short, I disabled preview on my OBS screen because that tends to help free up some resources. So it runs a bit more smoothly. But let's go and get started. Looks a bit weird. Greetings everyone, and Grade here of another Dawn of War 2 Elite Mod replay. Spawn on the south side as the Hive Tyrant, we have Arthur Cloud. Spawn on the north side as the Brother Captain, we have Flynn Stone. Why did I say Flyin? Could it be Flynn? Does Flynn have one or two ends? Now I'm really questioning myself. And also as well, this Hive node, it looks like it's a little bit on the above the ground right there. Let me go ahead and reset the camera angle there, zoom out, and yep. I have enough of those distractions there. Let's see now, we got Requisition and Power, so he may be eyeing for an early Warrior Brood, I'm assuming. We do got standard build order of 2 Termagants. We got 1 Strike Squad here. There's a bit of variety of what Ordo Malleus Grey Knights tend to go for first. It looks like he is eyeing Power, Requisition, and Power as well, so he's eyeing for some early power to get on an early asset. He may be eyeing for, there's a lot of things you could eye for. Mix of upgrades. You probably could get a Purgaton squad.
We shall make it so. Support structure
guess we'll have to wait and see. I try and catch the requisition point there. We got the Termagants ready to follow their leader. He's a bit of a tyrant though. Inquisitor Stormtroopers do capture up the VP. Brother Captain push away forward. The Termagants can get some good damage on any of these squads here. With 3 squads in this region, they should be able to get some good damage on any of these individual squads. Additionally, the Hormagant, one of the least lesser valuable units for the
enemy is capturing one of our victory points.
Getting a big blank of this composition. Tyranid, that's what I'm looking for. We do now have the Hive Tyrant now engaging the Strike Squad there. The Strike Squad has been upgraded to the Atomic Titan, so he got that early power for an early upgrade. Crystal Stormtroopers gain some shots on the Termagants. You may want to focus on those Crystal Stormtroopers. They take a little bit of damage quicker. Strike Squad and Brother Captain do force back the Hive Tyrant there. The Brother Captain, not Brother Captain, there was a cast there, but he does roll a miss. And it looks like none of these models will be dropped. So a little bit of damage there. Neither side has lost any models, but a bit more damage onto the Strike Squad. Purgaton Squad was in the build queue, then gets cancelled. Now going for Inquisitorial Operatives. And now we got the Hormagaunts moving around trying to capture some
Generator.
points. We'll find the power node not upgraded at the moment, and we do have a
Fortifications are under
what's it called? Power generator being pulled on out.
War gear distribution canceled.
I do hear the brother captain trying to engage the Hormagaunts. We do got now the Inquisitor operatives upgraded or deployed and being upgraded to the fallback plan. You always have a plan, and do know that plans never survive first contact. The Hive Tyrant has been upgraded with a pair of upgrades. We got the Rending Talons, improving the melee capability, also grants seismic roar ability, which deals piercing damage and knocks back nearby units, and will some damage over time. And we do also have the improved Synapse, which grants the passive improved Synapse ability, increases the health of allied Tyranid non-heroes and non-Synapse infantry units by in a radius 32 by 25%. In addition to effects of basic,
Key structure.
in addition to the basic effects of basic Synapse. So it is not a replacement, just just additional ability. Increases the health and health regen. Hormagaunts are falling back now. And now we do have a Warrior Brood on the build queue. Termagants have been upgraded with Toxin Sacks, so has this Termagon has been upgraded with Toxin Sacks. One power generator being built over here. It looks like we got 4 power generators for the Brother Captain. That's going to be a lot of power there. But will it translate to firepower? Termagants now see a bit of fire there. They can use Crippling Poison. That Strike Squad does get Crippling Poison right there, but it is sort of tied up in melee. We're going to have to use that ability a little bit sooner. And now got the Hive Tyrant engagement Strike Squad up with melee. Does use Seismic Roar there, gains some great damage and damage over time. Got the Inquisitor Operatives and Inquisitor Stormtroopers up here. The Strike Squad seem a bit too much fire. They do fall back now. Termagants getting some great damage on it. They still have all the models there, and these squads do fall back. That's probably not the fallback plan ability.
The enemy must pay.
Now got the Hormagaunts go around catching some points, and the Brother Captain is also sneaking a VP.
One of our generators is under
Right now, Blue, the Brother Captain has snuck a little VP lead. Some of these power generators are starting to go on down, and now got the Warrior Brood upgraded with the Barbed Strangler. I'm pretty sure this weapon is decent versus structures, but you may keep it hidden for the time being, because right now he doesn't see it. Inquisitorial Operatives evades it forward, as well as along with the Stormtroopers. The Barbed Strangler cannon could eventually hit the Barbed... Yeah, it does hit the Inquisitorial Operatives there. Brother Captain now trying to push on forward. Do got a Incendiary Grenade there from the Inquisitorial Operatives. Inquisitorial Operatives do fall back right there. Crippling Poison on both of these units there. Does get a decent cast there. Barbed Strangler trying to get some suppression on in. Does not get the Brother Captain there. Now with the Hive Tyrant trying to eat the Strike Squad there. Strike Squad does get knocked back a little bit. And Strike Squad does fall back, dropping 1 model. Hive Tyrant needs to fall back soon. He's actually quite wounded at the moment. We'll have trouble staying alive around the Brother Captain. And the Termagants are both pretty wounded as well. Brother Captain seeing quite a bit of use. Trying to hit the Warrior Brood. Does get a slice from the Warrior Brood. Inquisitor Operatives makes it forward. These Termagants will need to fall back relatively soon when they start shooting. Do fall back now. Brother Captain may get a slice on the retreat. Doesn't get any models, however.
Swarm is overwhelming a victory point.
And does miss the Inquisitor Operatives right there. The Warrior Broods will be trying to eat the Inquisitor Operatives. Gain some great damage there. They're still decent melee combatants. Now got another Warrior Brood advancing on forward. The Barbed Strangler needs to fall back, but does manage to get the Brother Captain for retreating. Does avoid the Incendiary Grenade effect there and keeps all the models alive.
Additional units have become available, Commander.
Oh, we've got tier 2 for the Brother Captain. Hive Tyrant is now eyeing for his own level 2 as well. While he's forced to gain some much needed healing, especially the Warrior Brood. The Hive Tyrant and this Termagant could advance it forward. This Termagant still needs reinforcements. He may be low in requisition. No, he should have enough for reinforcements. I'm not sure what he was being passive about. Termagant's doing a good job of capturing some of these other points as well. There's currently triple capture in favor of the Hive Tyrant, and he just surpassed his opponent in VPs. This force can start pushing forward. The Warbrew just may have to rely on health regen for the time being, and I do have a Rhino being pulled on the field.
Deploying war gear.
He is going for the heavy bolter turret.
No doubt. Your brothers stand ready. Upgrade complete.
Okay, he's starting to move out again. This force is healed up. Just push forward.
The enemy is outmaneuvering us.
The Coastal Operator is capturing up the sector as well as Strike Squad. Brother Captain has not been redeployed. I wonder if he sees this Rhino being too close to this victory point. We've got a capillary tower going up right there. I'm not exactly sure why. Do not have the Hormigons style trying to eat those Quistor Stormtroopers. They do fall back, or Quistor Operatives. He could use maybe using a fallback plan. And he did do the fallback plan there. Does go and mount up inside the Rhino. And now I do have a Venom Brood deployed on the field. Very nice. He has 3 broods. It's a bit broody. That was a horrible joke. My apologies. We do now have the Rhino go around and capture some points. We do got a double capture in favor of the Ordo Malice players. Soon to be a triple capture. Rhino evades forward, getting some damage there onto the power node. Now do got these Hormigons trying to eye for the flank. We got this sizable force not coming for the flank as well. I'm trying to receive a bit of fire. Venom Brood now getting some hits there on those forces. Does get mounted back up.
The Tyranid swarm is overwhelming a victory.
And now got a Terminator Librarian being pulled on the field.
We're quitting this task, man.
On the left side, got the Hormigons going capturing some points. Very nice. Now the Capillary Tower going on up, trying to eye for some improvement of these forces. Gains good damage there. Advance forward. Brother Captain does get a nice knockback there. Warrior Brood received quite a bit of fire there. Warrior Brood starting to fall back. He may actually lose that squad. The Brother Captain can turn around and try to slice him up a bit. Does get the crippling poison onto the Brother Captain. The Warrior Brood does escape out of there. Good damage on the Brother Captain. Venom Brood does get knocked back there. Strike Squad still has plenty of health. So Opera's advancing on forward as well. And now we've got a big retreat coming up by the Tyranid player. It does lose one of the Venom or the Barb Strangler couple models. Oh, was that a Incendiary Grenade the entire time? Oh, no mana, looks like he says. Does fall back there. And now the Hive Tyrant is falling back, trying to recapture some of these points.
Stormtroopers reporting ready.
Research underway.
Now got some Gene Stealers deployed on the field. The Order Malice is not going for tier 3, eyeing for some heavy assets, probably Voldemort, Razorback. And again, the Tyranid player is keeping a bit too passive at base. Although he's pretty low in requisition, the Gene Stealers did consume a bit too much, probably. He is fully healed, can ready to push back on forward. Rhino's not advancing along the flank. The VPs are still very, very similar. The Order Malice player just pulled ahead, Capillary Tower in this region. And that Capillary Tower does go down. Now the Capillary Tower being deployed out on the field. And may see another mass engagement here. Strike Squad advancing on forward. Will get some rest there. Does have the Justicar leader. Does get a great cast there with the Brother Captain, Gene Stealers, and Warrior Brood along the flanks. Not advancing forward just yet. Now they're starting to advance on forward as well. Hive Tyrant needs a fallback sooner rather than later. Hive Tyrant's going to go down. Incendiary Grenade was thrown. He does mostly avoid it. Does get knocked back into it. Does get some great damage there. Does get a great cast, knocking back these forces, allowing his strike squad to fall back. And he won't be able to advance in that region as long as that force field's up. These heroes try to camouflage right there. Venom-Brood gets some hits there. Does fire a some sort of larva thing. I forget exactly what it's called. Venom-Brood now advancing forward, trying to get some damage onto the Rhino there. Does use crippling poison on the brother captain. Does fall back there. Venom-Brood just an A move forward. Needs to just a general move forward to suit that Rhino a little bit better. Rhino has received quite a bit of damage there. And now the brother captain's falling back. I think it's been upgraded with a hammer. Ready to bring down the hammer. Armor gone down to 0 health. And but he may lose the Rhino does lose the Rhino there, and the Crystal Stormtroopers on the inside do get out and do have some rippers here, ready to be ripped apart.
Stormtroopers reporting ready.
The enemy has 200 points remaining.
Got Nemesis, Daemon Hammer deployed on out. See, does get any abilities, does get the Demolition Strike ability, which knock away nearby enemies for 100 and has 100 DPS. So Operatives advancing forward, Ripper is ready to tighten up in melee. Warrior Brood gains great damage from those Crystal Operatives, which are falling back now. Barb Strangler does roll a miss, and now the Strike Squad is going to rip apart those Rippers, filling their job role and job description. And does get gunned down at the last moment. Now the Venom-Brood is falling back. We do have a VP captures in favor of the Hive Tyrant, but he still is pretty far behind in tickets. Now we got the Hive Tyrant capture up the flank. Inquisitorial Operatives and the Inquisitorial Stormtroopers are moving around. Go have a Voldemort Razorback on the build queue. He does have some anti-vehicle assets, but that thing does do quite a bit of damage. A bit deceptively amount of damage it can do. Hive Tyrant advancing forward. Gene Stealers and Warrior Brood advancing forward. They do have the heavy melee upgrade. Barb Strangler, Billy Tower. I don't think the Great Night Flyer can stay here for too long. Does use the Molten Strike there, knocking back these forces. Does get some more hits there on the Inquisitorial Operatives. These horses starting to get some great damage there on the Inquisitorial Stormtroopers. The Inquisitorial Stormtroopers do fully get wiped out, so it does not have any access to repairs anymore. Venom-Brood, Barb Strangler does get a snare there. The Strike Squad getting ripped apart. He's throwing away these squads. He lost a lot of squads there. He does have the Inquisitorial Operatives. He lost the Strike Squad. He lost the what's it called? The Inquisitorial Operatives and the not Inquisitorial Operatives, Inquisitorial Stormtroopers. Voldemort Raceback does escape out of there with minimal health, but he will need to get out some. Does get out another Inquisitorial Stormtrooper for repairs. Or the captain's not falling back. Good cast there onto those Termagants.
Stormtroopers here. Orders.
I mean, it's equivalent to the same line as, say, the Predator tank or Lehman Russ. Oh, talking about how it survived. It was pretty close to death, that's for sure.
Reading you clear and true.
Does the brother captain does get a level up there. At level 4. Hive Tyrant is down, level 2. And the Terminator Librarians captured the center of the map. Premier Librarian does receive quite a bit of fire right there.
Understood. The enemy is capturing one of our victory points.
And I do have Capillary Tower being going on up.
Gear received.
Capillary Tower does go down. Let's see. He has 300 red points at the moment. Not enough for a nuke. The Brother Captain gains good damage on the Termagants. Could use Crippling Poison right there. And we've got the Incendiary Grenade right there as well. Tying up both these forces. Does enter in the Incendiary Grenade effect there. Great knockback there. Knocks them out of the Incendiary Grenade. Baltimore Razorback has been repaired. Finally get some damage on it. Crystal Office maybe using the fallback plan there. We do got to capture in favor of the Hive Tyrant, but right now there's still quite a bit of VPs difference between the two. We do now have soon to be a double, then triple capture thanks to the Gene Stealers. We got a lot of resources on up. That should be enough for our Land Raider, right? I'm not sure the exact requisition cost of our Land Raider. I know that the Bane Blades tend to be the more expensive super units.
We have lost a generator to enemy fire.
And he does actually pull out additional generators. He just spent a lot of requisition, not sure on what though.
Stormtroopers reporting ready.
Got these forces advancing forward. Baltimore Razorback's going to see a bit of fire. He does have the reinforced plating. The larva does connect to get a snare. Or the captain does supply bomb his own Baltimore Razorback there. He needs to start falling back. Does use that force field there to resist some damage from the melee forces, but the Venom Brute does get a kill there. Is that Paladins? Yes, we do now have Paladins now deployed on the field. And the Crystal Operatives are trying to fall back. They are down to 15 health. It looks like they will skip out of there, assuming the base suppression comes out. Yeah, let's fully withdraw these units.
Happy to be of service, sir.
And I got the Termagant squad falling back as well. Getting some good healing here. And some reinforcements. He's a little bit too passive. You can start pushing out some of these units. And right now, the
Spotted here.
Hive Tyrant has plenty of power for the rest of the game. He's also at population cap. You may want to eye some requisition points in order to get out to Tier 3 to deploy out some additional assets and upgrades.
The enemy has 100 points.
I got this force
remaining.
pushing way over here. Right now, there's just a neutral capture. The Gene Stealers are trying to capture this point. So Operators do spot them. They do throw a Incendiary Grenade there. They do mostly avoid it. And now he's walking to his own Incendiary Grenade effect there. Does start charging forward, and the Gene Stealers do fall back there. More Gene Stealers. Looks like he has 2 squads of Gene Stealers. Ready to steal the blue Genes. Let's get a good shot there with the Barb Strangler. Paladins do jump, teleport forward. Do now have a Brood Nest here. We got some sort of global ability activated right now. And now the Gene Stealers getting some good health regen thanks to all the synapses nearby. Brother or Captain on the Paladins are dealing a lot of damage, but taking a lot of damage. Another Capillary Tower going on up, really trying to improve the buffs over here. With the nearby Brood Nest, they provide some forward reinforcements. Paladin squad's starting to go down, and now they does use a force barrier there in order to knock back these forces, keep them away. Paladin's falling back. They're down 2 models there. Another Baltimore Razorback now deployed on the field, trying to gun down some of these structures. Terminator, Librarian, and the Brother Captain on the front line there. It does force back all the Tyranid forces. He did not have enough requisition to keep these forces reinforced.
Claiming a victory point.
I was impressed with the use of the Terminator Librarian. now the brother captain's going around capturing these points. Down south, we do still have the Tyranid forces being reinforced. Not fully reinforced at the moment, but he's scraping the bottom barrel of requisition. Hive Tyrant has been redeployed to go around recapturing these VPs, not VPs, requisition points.
Reclaim this in the Emperor's
Reporting ready.
name.
We have the target in hand, sir. You know we're ready.
Hive Tyrant advancing on forward. We'll see a bit of fire. Now got another capillary tower being put on the field. Tyrant, we got 3 squads of Gene Stealers. Jeez. Let's use a ability right there. We do have the Mantle of Terror right there. Next Battle Riot's ability. That's called that health regen effect, that green aura effect. Now got the brother captain falling back. Columns have been reinforced. Good shots there onto the Mortimer Razorback. Mortimer Razorback does go down to the Venom Brood. Into the fall back there. Great cast there by the Paladins. Paladins still have not been upgraded of anything just yet. Now got the Gene Stealers trying to hit some of the forces. Could start hitting some of these Inquisitor Stormtroopers. Inquisitor Stormtroopers do fall back there. Seeing quite a bit of damage there. Paladins do teleport away. Some of these Gene Stealer models are going on down. The Hive Tyrant does not have a lot of VPs remaining. He will have a capture in his favor now. Another Voldemort Razorback has now been deployed on the field. Why not get another? That's the larva over there as well. So look at the snare. The Voidbird is trying to eat them now. It does get a great knockback there with the Demolishing Strike. Now he's being upgraded the Unending Purge, which really gets him health regen, maximum health back every time he attacks. We got this point being decaptured. Got triple capture in favor of the Hive Tyrant. Capillary Tower going on up. Does not knock back these forces.
May all tyrannies join you.
Do now have the Gene Stealers to force back those Inquisitor operatives. They may be using just a fallback plan.
Location secure. No mercy, no respite.
Gene Stealers are currently camouflaged here, ready to ambush anything that pops them forward. I think the brother captain and the Paladins are a little bit too much for them to ambush something. Does use the health regen ability there to get some more, well, health regen, and decides to just immediately fall back.
No respite, no mercy. We shall make it so. The enemy is claiming a victory point.
Sounds like there's an upgrade. Yep, we're getting reinforced armor being put on field, as well as the Terminator Librarians getting Liber Demonica. We now got Brood Nest here and another Capillary Tower. Very nice. The Tyranid player will maintain a capture in his favor. So he still has not very many VPs remaining.
We have the target in hand, sir.
Got the Voldemort Razorback. All the Grey Knights forces advancing forward. With the Brood Nest here, he does have a bit of requisition to play around with forward reinforcements. He is at pop cap, so whatever you see on the field is whatever he'll get. We now have the Gene Stealers advancing forward, trying to get some slices on these forces. Let's get the knockback barrier there and get some energy to regen across these forces. The larva does connect onto the Voldemort Razorback. Now the one Gene Stealer squad does fall back there. Venom Brood's having trouble pushing forward. Mark's trying to get some hits there onto the Inquisitor Stormtroopers. Brother Captain is almost down. Does get a great cast there. Brother Captain does go down. Paladin's not going to be targeted next. So operatives receive a bit of fire there. Venom Brood trying to hit that Voldemort Razorback. Slowly being whittled down though. It's getting pretty close there. The Venom Brute does go ahead and fall back right there. Looks like the Venom Brute does fully get wiped out there, but does lose the Terminator Librarian. Paladin's still firing away. The Inquisitor offers to fall back. No repairs onto the Voldemort Razorback. Teleports forward, trying to try at the Barb Strangler. And does go ahead and force with the Unit player. He needs to immediately capture at this point. His opponent's very low on VPs. He has lost his Hormigons in one of these engagements. And now the Brood Nest does go down. Beans here is now making over to the right VP. This VP is being captured up. He should have enough VPs to lose in order to get this point decaptured.
Found a requisition point here.
Inquisitorial operatives advancing on forward. Now you have a second Voldemort Razorback being put on the field. Bean Stealers will spot them and will actually realize he spots them as well, and does use the fallback plan right there. Voldemort Razorback now being healed up by the Inquisitor Stormtroopers. He's down to 12 tickets. His opponent doesn't have a whole lot of VPs left. Now got the Paladins advance forward. Does get some damage onto the Paladins. Two Voldemort Razorbacks on the field. He needs probably a little bit more anti-vehicle assets. Maybe another Venom Brood will come in handy. One Voldemort Razorback still does not fully repaired on up. So the VP is trying to be captured up by the Unit player. Remember as well, there's a double capture against the Order Malice player. If he gets the sustained triple capture, he will potentially win. Just getting knocked back there. High Pirate trying to capture this point. That sounds like a victory message. Why did he surrender? The game was sort of far from over. He could have won out. He may have less VPs, but triple capture, that will drain his opponent very quickly. Nothing was threatening these other two VPs. He backed out the game too quickly. He just needed a dogpile on this point, and he probably would have won. By the way, this is Andgrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. He just got a bit too flustered, I guess. Pretty sure there's something. I may need to move this over a little bit. There we go, that's probably a little bit better. Of course, sometimes the loading screens do take a bit of time. Let's do a 2v2 next. This one will just do just fine. Yeah, I don't think I've really seen this map all too much in 2v2s. At least, not the longer ones I try to eye for. Maybe the common, the shorter ones. Who knows? Let's find out. Granted, looking at these maps, sometimes from this angle, sometimes it's not really great. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Dawn of War 2 Elite Mod replay. Spawn bottom left side as the... which one is this? Spawning as the Chaos Sorcerer, we have Master Rostrom. Spawn on top left side as the Apothecary, or Morty. Spawn on the top right side as the Tech Marine, we have Alpha Legion. And as the Mech Boy, we have Laurel. So we got two shooters, that's pretty common. We've got double scout and attack marine. Usually see attack marine first, but two scouts first is still pretty much standard. You have no other squads been pulled out and no other squads been pulled on the field. So blue team will have some extra squads on the field, which could result in some extra captain pressure. You got these squads now engaging the Mech Boy. Mech Boys are seeing a bit of damage right there. Apothecary now advancing down to low ground, trying to get some damage onto him. The Scout's getting some damage onto the Apothecary now, while the other Scout is not exactly engaging. Down south, we do have now the Tactical Marines, or the Chaos Marine squad with the Chaos Force Fancy Corps. The Chaos Sorcerer does have some powerful casting ability. It should be effective versus these light units of his opponent. does utilize a ritual there to get some camouflage. And now he's trying to go from orc turret, but the mech boy almost goes down. May just want to cancel the orc turret. I don't know why I'm actually saying that word. Shooter's now getting tied up melee by the Chaos Sorcerer. Slugger Squad should probably eye the Chaos Sorcerer there. Good detonation there by the Heretic Squad. And the turret's almost down. Didn't have much health to begin with. Taking it down right now can be very handy. Up north, we do got the scouts receiving some fire from the Tech Marine. And looks like the scouts or tactical marines are just capturing some sectors. We got the tactical marine squad and the apothecary advancing forward. Getting some fire onto the tech marine. Let's get some slices there onto the scout squad. Over here, we do got the shooters now engaging the Chaos Marines. The Chaos Heretics almost deactivated this point. Point is deactivated there. Mechboy does get upgraded with the Death Cut. Good cast there by the Chaos Sorcerer. The Chaos Sorcerer is now withdrawing. Tech Marines to move to fire there. May see the Shotgun Blast there on the Tactical Marine squad. Let's get a Shotgun Blast there with the other squad now, and the Tactical Marine squad will fall back. Over here, shooters advancing forward. One of them has struck the model. Both of them are a little bit wounded. And now the PowerPoint's starting to receive a bit of fire there. Do now have these power generators deployed on the field. And do have this point being deactivated now. Power generators are up here as well. And this point has been reactivated so we can get some more power generators. Let's fall back with those forces a little bit. Over here, the mech boy is set up in a good angle to suppress everything that advances forward. But now we've got a Chaos Raptor here and does use camouflage. Got Eternal War upgrade there on the Tactical Marines on the Chaos Marine squad. Assault Marines or Chaos Marines do Chaos Raptors do jump over a little bit forward there. Mech boy does teleport away and rotates around and does get the jump on top of them as well. These squads do fall back there. Over here, Assault Marines jump on forward, knocking back the Tactical Marine squad. Scouts could try to get a Shotgun Blast there. Does get the Tactical Assault Marine squad healed up. Right now, he's getting some good damage on these squads. And the power generator will go down. Over here, you have these Tactical Marine squads trying to get some good damage on in. He's lost his scout squad, but has a lot of heavy infantry. Does redeploy out the scout squad. Now I do have a pain boy being deployed on the field. And another, this time the Tech Marines eyeing for assault squad as well. Scout squad's advancing forward with the Tactical Marine squad. Tech Marines currently not upgraded. Only the mech boy has upgraded at the moment. So much to jump on forward as well. Let's get knocked back there. You may see a Shotgun Blast there onto the Assault Marine squad. Scouts have seen a bit of fire there. Another Assault Marine squad jumps on top of the Tactical Marine squads. Assault squad now trying to engage that Tech Marine. Tactical Marine squad may want to punch that Assault squad there. And the Scout squad does fall back there. He actually did lose one of his Scout squads entirely in that engagement. And now the Tactical or Tech Marine does go down as well. His Tactical Marine and Assault Marine is trying to deal with the Tactical Marine. And the Tech Marine's forces are still trying to pursue this Tactical Marine squad and does get it wiped on out. He may need to fall back relatively soon. It does jump on top of the Scout squad. Unless the orcs do fall back there, as we got the pain boys spinning around. Good special attack there by the Chaos Marine or Chaos Sorcerer. Good Shotgun Blast there. Trying to focus on this power generator. We've got these forces from advance on forward, trying to get as much damage as they can. And now we've got the mech boy bursting down with a tactical marine squad, suppressing him. And the tactical marine squad does fall back there. Only one generator remains at the moment, and it's almost down. Does see the power generator right there. Maybe a good idea to get the scouts to repair that up. A couple more power generators being pulled on the field. No power generators over here. Blue does have more VPs at the moment, but less, but has a capture against them. And now you got the Raptor squad does jump on in, forcing back all these Orc forces. The Orc did lose his Slugger squad.
Someone want to fix that building?
Shoot 'em most bigger at yourself.
Mech boy trying to set on up, trying to deal with the Chaos forces. The team left side does have all the power generators up and going. Do not get the shooters advance over more, trying to get some good damage there onto the Heretic squad. Heretic is being suppressed by the mech boy. Got a cast there, gains some great damage on the shooters. Shotgun squad does take out the scout squad there. We got Ritual being activated now. Raptors are receiving quite a bit of fire. Now got the mech boy firing away, does suppress down the Raptors. Main boy does try to tie up those Raptors with melee. Mech boy does get choked on. Scouts coming for a nice little flank there. Shotgun blaster onto the Chaos Marine squad. Tech Marine getting some damage on in as well. Mech boy does help forward, does suppress down a couple of these squads. Very nice. Now do we have this squad jump on forward? Does force back the scout squad. And the Tech Marine see a bit of fire there. Aim boy trying to slice up these Chaos Marines. Tactical Marine squad, and we also got the Assault Marine jumping on in. Does force back those squads. And the Chaos Sorcerer is in full retreat. Now we do have some Storm Guard veterans supplied by the Apothecary. The Apothecary has lost a large number of squads. Or for another Scout squad, and Chaos Sorcerer is going for a Blood Crusher. Slugger squad being redeployed out for the mech boy. Assault Marines do get a good knockback there onto the Assault Marine squad. And the Assault Marine squad does fall back there. Does get a good knockback there onto the Stern Guard veterans. We got temporary Bloodlords not being called on in by the Chaos Sorcerer to help out his teammate. We do have the Apothecary now upgraded with a couple upgrades. We got the Anointed Power Axe getting some energy sapping capability, as well as the Armor Purity, reduces cooldown and heal, and increases health and health regen. Scout squad does fully withdraw from the region. Tech Marine does fall back as well. Tech Marine does go down. Yeah, Assault Marines gain some great damage there on the Storm Guard veteran. And Assault Marines may take out the Storm Guard veteran entirely. Does get knocked back there. And does get fully wiped out there. Big loss there. They may lose the Assault Marines there. We got this Tactical Marine squad, or now Stern Guard veterans firing away. And the Apothecary does fall back. Oh, looks like the mech board does go down. That means both of blue team's heroes are now down.
Our friend's Tech Marine just reassembled all his parts at his base. He's losing a power node.
You now have Death Trap being has been pulled on field, has been upgraded the Burning Blitz.
Some of the Allied boys just picked up a victory point for us.
Trying to advance it forward. We do got the Aspiring Champion upgrade onto the Chaos Raptor, so they do have a maul to hit the vehicles. Got another ritual being activated there. Tech Marine has upgraded the Plasma Gun and now being upgraded the Sigum Armor, which I believe grants the Mark Target ability if I remember correctly. We do now have a Librarian employed out on the field as well. And this ritual is on going. Provides good camouflage there. The Blood Crusher, I don't think it has a bit of veterancy there, so it may have made itself known. Marine does get the mark target there. And now I got the Death Dread trying to engage that Blood Crusher. Unsuccessful though. And we got that ability there. Chaos Source has been upgraded with the Rogue Torment, grants the Chain Torment ability, which is completely immobilized stuff in an area. Can be target down and get so much damage there. We've got a drop pod of some sort. I'm not sure from which player though. It is from the Apothecary, dropping some tactical marines to support out his teammate. Tech Marine does go down there. And the Mech Warrior has not been recovered. He did not revive his teammate just yet. We got a Melt Bomb, then the Blood Crusher. And now I got the Death Dread trying to engage the Blood Crusher now. We've got the Sluggers getting some good damage on end, just upgrade the knob. Okay, there goes that Blood Crusher. These forces all falling back now. I got these forces just making a soft trade away, trying to capture some of these sectors. The power generators are all down there. These power generators are being rebuilt by the Orc. I do not have a Plague Marine deployed on field, trying to get some good hits there onto that Blood Crusher. Does roll a miss there. Assault Marines do jump on in, does knock back those Plague Marines. Scout Squad trying to rotate around, trying to support his teammates. It does get a nice little jump there, suppressing these forces. Grenade has been thrown, trying to get a good damage. Does get a great hit there. Chaos Heretic down to 4 health. Got now the shooters now engaging, trying to get some good damage there onto the Chaos Raptors. Chains of Torment does lock down the scouts. And does use the little creeping barrage ability there as well. Chaos Sorcerer does take out those forces. Marauder Warfire grants the Warfire ability, which we saw that little purple strafe thing. Does not get a knockback there. Stormguard veterans do fall back. Tech Marine Sluggers advancing forward, trying to get some damage on these forces. And now do have that ritual being activated there, which will camouflage the Plague Marines. Shooters advancing forward, trying to get some good damage on these forces. Now we've got the Assault Marines jumping on forward. Oh. I think he teleported those guys away. We got a mark target there onto the Apothecary. Slugger's trying to gauge the Apothecary right there. It's doing quite a bit of fire there. Got some shooters as well as the Tech Marine here. The Tech Marine has upgraded the orbs on Messiah. Raptors evades forward. They may eye for a jump somewhere on top of the heroes. Starting to hit the Sluggers now. The Death Dread is keeping fire there. You got a bit of damage onto it. And these forces now falling back. Death Dread may want to falling back sooner rather than later. Like Marines just knock down the ground. Does jump forward right there. Missed with the ordnance on the Messiah. Now I got these forces trying to engage the Mech Boys withdrawing from the region. Like Marines receive a bit of fire there and are soft retreating away. Chaos Raptors pushing way forward, trying to get some good damage onto the Death Dread. It does get a missile hit there onto the Death Dread. It's trying to crawl away now, but we're seeing quite a bit of fire and should go down. Next missile hit will take out the Death Dread. Going to see a bit of engagement over here. scouts and assault marines trying to engage. You have these forces seem to fire there. Does throw a grenade. And now the assault marines jumping up forward, knocking back the Luda. Luda does not Luda. The mech boy does teleport away. Does use the rogues chains of torment there. Does retreat out of it. Now this force is charging forward. The mech doc Pain boy is starting to do quite a bit of damage there. Does manage to escape on out there. Heretics will get suppressed by the base turrets. Good special attack there by the sorcerer. They got these forces now engaging. Got the strikes there from both these sergeants of these assault squads there. And now got the Heretics still to pursue the mech boy. Mech boy receives detonation. It looks like the mech boy, the tech marines, assault marines will win out. The assault marines are falling back. We see quite a bit of fire, but will escape on out there. And now do have a Nob squad being fought by the mech boy. Tier 3 being researched by the rest of the players. And now got the Plague Marine advancing forward, trying to get some damage onto these generators. Shooters, Pain Boy, and Ludas are advancing forward, or the mech boy. Let's go ahead and jump on forward. Suppress those forces. Does get a nice little cast there.
Our generator's under attack. We'll figure that boost right out.
Do not have the Nob be pulled out of the field, going for the meaner and greener upgrade. It does kill that Patrick right there. You do have those forces jumping on in, suppressing those nearby forces. I think we got another drop pod right there. Even though we do have actually a Venerable Dreadnought pulled up with a Tech Marine. Venerable Dreadnought trying to get some damage on in. We do have now the Force Spirit pulled up by the Librarian. Does cover some retrieve back. Goes forward there, gets a couple of knockbacks. Now it's getting some damage there onto the Plague Marine as it starts falling back. There's a base forward, trying to get some damage here. We do have now the Lightning Claw Terminators base forward, trying to get some damage on these shooters. And we do now have a Chaos Shrine going up. The Zinch one is a basically an auto turret. Provides some decent damage over a decent range.
Working on that gear up, boss.
Hydra now seeing a bit of fire.
An ally guard requisition point, boss. A generator aboard.
Now got those bolts raining on in. The Chaos Sorcerer does find a couple bolts there himself. Chainstormer does lock down those knobs to move around. Terminator's getting some good damage on in. The Chainstormer is going to be disabled. I wonder if he has the Cyborg implants. Yeah, he may have used some other knobs. It's generally a good target for them. More turrets raining on in. The Chaos Terminators do teleport away. They're not hitting knobs again. We also have the Assault Marines or Chaos Raptors now engaging the Knob squad. Does jump away on top of the mech boy. Gets good damage there. The Terminator squad needs to get on out of there, maybe try to teleport. And the mech boy does go down right there. Terminator's on to run away. The Knob squad is full of drawing as well. Detonates that model there. The Knob squad still has plenty of health remaining, so likely won't get wiped out anytime soon. We got, a Predator tank going down to looks like to Orbs of Omnissiah in the Venerable Dreadnought. Does knock back that Apothecary or Librarian right there. Which is still going on, has not reinforced this Heretic squad yet.
We've got 100 points left.
More players are advancing forward, trying to get some damage on this region. And now we do have the big forward trying to be contested. Red does have double capture favor. Blue does not have a whole lot of BPs remaining. We got a nice attack there by the sergeant of this assault squad there. Raptors do fall back there. Stormguard firing away. We do got a quick barrage there. Global 1. Chainstormer kept them in place to get hit by that. We got the assault marines trying to engage the Stormguard veterans now, and do now have the scout squad on the capture center VP. With that VP captured, that will be a triple capture, and Blue does not have a lot of VPs remaining. He is decaptured at this point over here. MechWarrior is seeing a bit of fire there. And Bloodletters do teleport forward as well. The knobs need to start engaging those Bloodletters. There's a great knockback there on those Bloodletters.
Boss, he's losing!
Predator tank advancing on forward, gain some damage. As upgraded the dual last cannon, maybe trying to hit the Venerable Dreadnought. And these horses do fall back there. The Venerable Dreadnought needs a little bit escort. You got global repairs now active. And looks like the Knob Squad does fall back there. Chaos Terminator is doing a bit too much damage there. Blooders do fall back there. And the shooters are falling back as well. Predator tank gains some damage right there. Got the Venerable Dreadnought advancing forward, trying to get some damage. Does charge him forward, knocking back those forces. Dual last cannon gets great damage there. The Predator tank is severely wounded, needs some repairs. Gets some more damage there, does knock back that apothecary. Some people are trying to continue pursuing that Dreadnought there, down to minimal health. One more shot should take it out. More health that can actually get a hit there and take it out. Does get, yep, there's the last stand ability. Looks like Blue does cast some GGs. And Venerable Dreadnought does, of course, go down. We got the Stormguard veterans seeing part of it fire right there. Yeah, Stormguard veterans will go down there, unable to get the kill on that Predator tank.
Rely on that infantry.
Blue's down, has a capture against him, down to 20 tickets.
That's disappointing.
Oh, and it looks like a blue team does surrender. This ended great saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. And before I start the next replay, I need to stretch my legs. I'm getting a little bit of a mid-afternoon crash, or late afternoon crash. One moment. The game's still loading, so didn't miss much. At this current rate, I'm wondering if I need to close up the game manually and reload it. Oh, there it goes. Oh, just have to threaten it. I was about to pull up Task Manager. It was this one here. I'm going to do a 1v1 for now. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Dawn of War 2 replay. So on the bottom right side as the Mech Boy, we have Finale. So on the top left side as the Warlock, we have Vagrant Table. Guardian Squad coming out first. Usually see Howling Banshees. Over here for the Mech Boy, we do have some shooters. Shooters have not been properly rallied out, so needs to get those capture some sectors. And now do have the Sluggers capture the requisition point. This requisition point's being captured up, and now do have these Guardian Squads eyeing for the central VP. And look at this. He is not eyeing for Howling Banshees, nor any other squads at the moment, so a little bit unusual build opener for the Warlock. We have him spinning around trying to capture those sectors. He may be eyeing for this requisition point. Or maybe just trying to deny the requisition point to the Sluggers. Sluggers and the Warlock are now engaging out with each other, and does get a good cast there, getting some excellent splash damage and a great special attack there, getting off one of the models as well as getting some good damage. Shooters now advancing forward, trying to get some damage there onto the Warlock. Guardian Squad's advancing on forward as well, and now do have the Warlock receiving a bit of fire there. Shooters now firing away, getting some good damage there on the Warlock. Does get a good special attack there, knocking back those forces. Guardians gain some good damage on in, and this Slugger squad does fall back. This Shooter squad does fall back and got a mass tree coming out by the Orc. However, now the Mech Boys are catching up some points, being upgraded with the Daka upgrade, gaining a big Shooter. Now the Mech Boys eyeing to capture the VP. And so give the Warlock or Mech Boy a little bit of VP advantage. He's currently down by 2, now damning. And now we've got some Howling Banshees being pulled on field. Late Howling Banshees, interesting. Does get out additional power generators, very nice. And now the Warlock's being upgraded with the Immolator, which I believe gets some access to a Incendiary cast ability. Just assume it's an Incendiary Grenade, basically. Mech Boy has been upgraded with the Daka upgrade with Big Shooter. Now it's getting some good big shooting and good big punching. And the Guardian Squad does fall back there. Now this Guardian Squad seems to fire there. He's getting through some of this cover and does have some full withdrawal. Overall, if you look at the mini-map here, the Mech Boy does capture quite a bit of the map right now thanks to his increased mobility of the teleports, as well as just not being that initial engagement. Howling Banshees now pulled on field and maybe eyeing for some points to capture it on up. Guardian Squad has been reinforced. The Warlock has been mostly healed. Bit of health regen will top him off like right now. And the... Oh, and looks like the burn is getting some good damage onto the power generators. Immolator bursts into flames, doing 5... Oh. Targets, they cause targets to burst into flames, doing 5 piercing damage every 5 seconds on melee hits. Okay, so this is melee hits. Also has immobility ability while go off an area in flames. So it's a Incendiary Grenade effect with now also Incendiary over time damage ability. Does get a hit there on the Mech Boy, I believe. Mech Boy seeing a bit of fire there from the Guardian Squad. One power generator has gone down, and these forces are falling back. He does overrun the... Oh, gets a heal there. He's been upgraded the battery pack. Grants a 150 health restore and 70 energy regen. He is forced around the ground there, getting some good AoE damage there onto these generators. And we do got a full gen bashing there. Warlock trying to stop those sluggers there, and does lose that generator as well. The Mech Boy himself finished that one off. Banshees and Warlock trying to pursue these forces.
We must arm for even crueler warfare.
We got a Ranger Squad upgraded, now being upgraded the Pathfinder gear. Now I got these squads capturing these sectors. Guardian Squads need to capture a lot of sectors as well. Rangers are pushing way forward as well. And this PowerPoint has been activated. And this one as well.
Adding warp generator. Generator operational.
We got the Shooter Squad advancing forward, has been upgraded from some big shooters. And now the power nodes are seeing a bit of fire as well. Rangers face forward, trying to get some damage. I see some fire there on the shooters. We do now have the Nob leader being upgraded on the shooter squad. Does use suppressive fire there onto the Rangers. Guardians now getting some damage there onto the shooters. And I think I heard the mech boy teleport nearby. Or maybe not. That's just maybe the teleport for some effect of a nearby Nob being hauled on in. He may use it. Nope, he does not have enough energy for kinetic burst there. Guardian squad's falling back as well. And the Guardian squads both do fall back. Over here we do have the Howling Badgers chasing the mech boy. They did a game of tag so far this game.
They lose fire on us.
The other shooters push way forward, trying to get some good damage there on those Rangers, and the Ranger squad does fall back.
Our forces shall have tools for the task.
Shooters and Burnas advancing forward, trying to get some damage there. Guardian squads advancing forward. Rangers. Oh, that's an additional Ranger squad there. A lot of tier 1 assets for the Warlock player. Trying to get some damage there. Does get a decent cast in the Flamer. Howling Badgers do get a nice little shout there. Forcing back to the squad. The shooter squad's down to 12 health, but does not get. Does use the immolate ability there. The immolate ability allowed him to burn that last model alive. Slugger squad falling back as well. This has been a great engagement there for Warlock. Still the immolate ability there. Seeing a bit more fire. 3 health, 1 health, and dead to the Warlock. Hitting me. I'm pretty sure I'm offline mode, right? I did not put an offline mode. Damn it. I'm going to back out of the game, put an offline mode, and to fix that. Go offline. Come on. Just, oh wait, I probably have to close out VTube Studio for that. There we go, that was the issue. Now let me relaunch the game, and that way this will stop this from happening again. That's my screw up for not doing that. And now with that bug sorted out, let's just go ahead and go back to that replay and not delete. And fast forward to the part where the game decided that it lost internet connection. Let's see now. It was when he was trading back. Oh yeah, I kind of want to go to ×4 in Vow 2. Wasn't too terribly far in the replay.
Support structure. Support structure complete. Adding warp generator. Adding warp generator.
Yeah.
The Witchblade shall burn in your hand. Generator operational.
But there's still that gen bashing, so that still needs to be happen before I can resume the replay.
Generator operational.
The Orc player has been maintaining good field control, that's for sure. That's where he got the power generator. So a bit of time before the whole lost connection.
Adding warp generator. Generator operational.
And it's when they all fall back. Of course, now we've got the two Ranger squads on the field, and it was right around this point where the big engagement happened. Go ahead and slow down to normal. And I'm going to resume the caster right here. He is getting some good damage there on those power generators. Howling managed to get this nice little flank there, getting some good damage there onto the shooters. Burner squad falling back. It does use the immolate ability there to kill off that one squad. This squad received a bit of fire there. And we can see the cast there, or the sidearm cast there, does wipe out the burner right there. And this is where the Steam replay Steam bugged out. So this is a good spot to resume from. We do have the teleport level 2 platform being applied on field. He only has a single shooter squad here. The mech boy can repair up these vehicles if he needs to, in case he does not want to rebuild out a slugger squad for repairs. The mech boys receive a bit of fire there, and the Howling Banshees charging forward. We do got the mech boy teleports back on the high ground. Getting some good coverage there with the heavy cover as well, able to receive little damage. And now I've got the Warlock to try to say, I'm going to stab you. Slugger or shooter advance forward. He does have the Daka upgrade. Or not the Daka, the big shooters upgrade. So he uses suppressive fire there. Jumps on top of the shooters there, getting some good damage onto them. And now we've got a bit of fire there onto the Howling Banshees. McBoy does teleport forward, tying up the Guardian squad up in melee. Slugger squad still has all of its models alive, and the Howling Banshees trying to chop up these power generators. Got tier 2 from both players. The MechBoy is still pretty far behind losing all those squads. Howling Banshees now being upgraded to the aspect of strength.
Indubitably.
Ever alert.
The other Ranger has not been upgraded just yet. Now I need to decapture this requisition point. And right now the Orc player, he's getting out Death Dread. He's lacking still a lot of squads. He may want to get out a Slugger squad for repairs and for capping pressure. Doesn't have to necessarily upgrade it with anything. Just try to use it for pipe pressure. And now the VP has been decaptured, and these shooters will be falling back. There's a bit too much fire from these Rangers.
Ever alert.
These Rangers will capture this point, and now do have a Slugger squad on the build queue. Very nice.
Smiles on us. The requisition point is ours.
Death Dread being upgraded with the Burn and Blitz. It also increases max health, as well as get a pair of flamethrower turrets. Ranger squad receiving a bit of fire there from the shooter, from the big shooter of the mech boy. We have these Guardian squads and the Warlock trying to destroy this power node, gains good damage onto it.
We are losing a victory objective.
And the mech boy is capturing up the central VP. Does take out the power node there. Death Dread going straight for these power generators. These power generators are severely wounded. We do have a Bright Lance here. And we do also got the Howling Banshees aspect of strength, so it does have the nice Nagadakata weapon versus vehicles. Bright Lance, however, is not firing, destroys both those power generators there. Bright Lance is now firing. He's currently camouflaged, so that's why he wasn't automatically firing. And now the Death Dread is going to be stomping his way from the Bright Lance. We'll see some more hits there. Does get out of range of the Bright Lance now. He could try and engage the Howling Banshees. It's not going to go well too great. Slugger's now charging forward, trying to get some support up this Death Dread. Does get the Slugger squad fully repaired. And the Death Dread does go down right there. He may lose the Howling Banshees in return. Howling Banshees does get fully wiped out, and the Bright Lance does fall back there. Rangers and Warlock trying to get some damage there onto the shooters. Now the Ranger squad does fall back there. Burnos burning the rest of those generators once again. Shooter squad needs to fall back entirely. We're seeing a bit too much fire. MechBoy could get a heal before they fall back. There's actually still 4 models there, so we actually got a really good heal. I didn't realize there was that many models. I only saw with like 2, but it actually was 4 there. MechBoy is severely damaged. MechBoy will need to fall back. There's only 1 model there. And now we do have the sluggers sort of withdrawing from the area.
We trust it.
Guardian Squad gains some good damage there on the MechBoy. Does decapture the central VP. VPs are slightly in favor of the Warlock at the moment, and the MechBoy does go down. Second Slugger Squad has been deployed on the field. Shooter now seeing a bit of fire there. Do have a Falcon deployed on the field. He's going to need to get out an anti-vehicle weapon to deal with it. Whether it be tank busters or beamy death gun. The MechBoy himself could be upgraded with a beamy death gun, and do got some tank busters on field. These boys got rockets. That's the description. Now Slugger Squad is falling him back. Guardian Squad gains will be eyeing for the VP now. And the Orc does pull ahead with a slight VP advantage right now.
As ever, we serve the craft world.
Adding support structure.
We trust in your guidance.
Engines ready.
I get some damage on the power generator.
Support structure complete.
The power generator does go down. Shooters and sluggers against War got the immolate ability right there. There's a bit of fire. All those generators do go down there. Bright Lance was very useful versus that. Tank Busters fires a volley there. Does get some good hits there on the Falcon. And we do have the Guardian Squad receiving a bit of damage there. Does help 2 out of 5 models. Now make that 1, but it will escape on out there. Ranger Squad does fall back. We're seeing a bit too much fire there. Now the Bright Lance as well. Bright Lance will of course escape on out there. We got Warp Spider being deployed on the field.
The Orcs are sail!
Ready.
We are losing a requisition. The foe besets our holdings.
Burner is now seeing a bit of fire there from the Falcon, not burning down the node. 1 generator deployed on the field. And I don't think that Burner Squad's going to get the point deactivated. He's going to lose a lot of models to do so.
Our forces shall have tools for their task.
He needs to fall back that squad. He may have, tank busters. He may be starting off with tank busters. Has been proven with Bork and does take out the Falcon there of the tank busters. So maybe that Slugger Squad was just there being a distraction. Warp Spiders being upgraded with the Warp Spider Exarch, trying to pursue these tank busters.
An Exarch of the Warp Spider. Fire upon us!
That's just the press fire ability there onto the Warlock. Immolate was cast, force method shooters, sluggers advance forward, they're not really healthy themselves. There's a swamp them ability there, trying to overwhelm these forces. The MechBoy. Oh, did he just use some sort of reinforcement ability? Not sure what that was. By the way, the Slugger Squad to see a bit of fire there, does fall back now. Guardian Squad does fall back. MechBoy does have plenty of health at the moment, does teleport away over here. And now the Warp Spiders do teleport forward to engage the MechBoy. The MechBoy needs full withdrawal. I think he's fully withdrawing now.
Adding your generator.
MechBoy withdrawing, got the Warp Spiders decapturing this point. He does find a good volley there onto the Warp Spiders, but the Warp Spiders do teleport away to avoid. Does go to engage, type those tank busters up in melee. We got the shooters and sluggers advancing forward, trying to get some damage onto them. Rangers advance forward. We got these forces being forced some back. And we got the Rangers. So this squad of Rangers is unupgraded. The other ones have gone down. The Warlock also lost a lot of squads so far. There's also a Guardian squad. And a Ranger. And now getting out of Wraith Lord. I mentioned he lost the Falcon as well. So both sides have lost a lot of squads.
The enemy is claiming a victory point.
Burners making their way forward. They will activate the point, as well as get some damage there onto the power generators. Both the generators do go down there. Now need to hit another power generator. Wraith Lord has Quantum Field, so his power was enough for that, but he has no more additional power going to that Pathfinder gear. Or has upgraded the Pathfinder gear.
I walk in the witch path, and it leads to war.
There's advance forward, trying to get some damage there onto the Warlock. We got the Wraith Lord advance forward, unupgraded. Don't think he has enough power to get any upgrades for it. And now the Warlock sees quite a bit of fire. The Warlock needs to fall back. Does fall back now. Warlock's on engaging at range. Trying to get some hits there. Does teleport away. Wraith Lord not really going forward. If he ties up those tank busters up in melee, that's all he needs to do. We do not see the beam duff gun at the moment. And that Ranger squad went down right there. Wasn't really paying attention, but that Ranger squad died.
Deploying Shuriken Cannon. Escalation cancelled. We support the craft work.
Guardsman team, let's say stop and destroy any generators over there. Both sides are going to be low in power. Slugger's guy to capture multiple spots at once. This VP is captured by the Warlock, while these points are being captured by the Mech Boy. Dwarf Spiders, Warlock, and the Wraith Lord are advancing forward. All he needs to do, you can teleport forward to tie up the tank busters of the melee. Looks like the Warlock's also doing that as well. Commando squad now being put on the field. Wraith Lord advance forward. Once you see the Commando squad, it may be a good idea to go for the Shuriken Cannon upgrade. Commando squad now pulled on the field. These forces are backing off and do have the Bright Lance now see a bit of fire there. There's just suppressive fire there with the shooters. Decides to fall back nice and early.
Adding support structure.
Wraith Lord now being upgraded to Shuriken Cannon. Very nice.
The foe seeks to deprive us of a vital resource.
Shuriken Cannon complete. Guardian squad does throw a plasma grenade before withdrawing. He may still get wiped out. He doesn't have much health to begin with, and does get wiped out right there. Risky to use that squad to guard on capping the points. Does get a good hit there. War starts to teleport forward. He does need another Guardian squad to get repairs on that Wraith Lord, or he needs to get Wraith Bow. And seeing how little power he has, it's probably a good idea to just go for a Guardian squad. Does have the reinforcement ability right there. Slug is still turning forward. There's even a bit of hits there. Warspire getting some good hits at range. Tank Plus is still trying to get some damage to the Wraith Lord. We do have the Novel Leader there on the Commando squad, able to get its own rocket up and going. And the Tank Buster squad is still being tied up in melee by the Warlock. Now got the Ultra Target being put on the field. And the Plasma Grenades will knock back the Commando squad there. Tank Busters gets another hit there, but the Wraith Lord will fall back time. Guardian squad has not been redeployed just yet. Or starts to teleport forward. This Mech Boy may go down. Does see a bit of fire there. Target now being upgraded with the Force Shield. Let's use the suppressive fire ability there, knocking back the Warp Spiders. And Warlock falls back as well.
Equipment is second in importance only to skill.
Guardian weapons team ready. Our forces shall have tools for the task.
Our Stark pushing forward is being upgraded with the Executioner. Right now, majority of the map is captured by the Warlock, getting these power nodes over here, assholes over here, so that has a good amount of passive power generation without any power generators. One point is active. And he is going for Guardian Squad there, using his remaining powder for reinforcements. Let's get a good hit there. Deactivates the power node. And now we do have the Ashtark and the Warlock now hitting that Burner Squad. Burner Squad's falling back. The Nob Leader is dead. And the Guardian Task Squad is taking time to clear up the Wraith Lord.
We are losing a power node to the enemy. The enemy has targeted us.
Kudos gains some damage there onto the Warp Spider Squad. Does get a cast onto them with the Warlock. Its Immolate ability has been activated. Gains some good damage from these forces. Warp Spiders do teleport away. They still have all the models. Warlock does jump on in and retreats on back. Warlock does go down there. And right now there's enough red points for Eldritch Storm. Does not have tier 3, however, and the Orc has used up all of his red points.
As ever, we
Green beasts attacking. Our webway gate has fallen to ruin.
Webway Gate does go down there. Wraith Lord and Guardian Squad advancing forward. Wraith Lord has been fully healed. Rylance getting some shots onto the Mech Boy. Poorly though. Ashtark does jump on forward, does miss the Mech Boy. And the Ashtark is advancing on forward. Just need a bit of fire there. Does use a shield generator. Warp Spider is getting some good damage on range, and the Ashtark does fully withdraw, and now we do have the Guardian Team falling back. The Wraith Lord and the Guardian Squad could advance on forward. Warp Spiders are with them. The VPs are captured in favor of the Chaos Sorcerer at the moment, or the not Chaos Sorcerer, the Warlock. The VPs are still slightly in favor of the Mech Boy. Teleports on forward. Now the Shooter Squad advancing forward, severely wounded.
At this time. Hostile orcs are claiming a victory point.
Guardian Squad gains some damage there on the power generator. We do know how these sluggers face forward with the shooters. Commando Nob or Commando Squad does have the Nob Leader. Gains some damage there on the Wraith Lord. Pink Forces Squad was the killed off entirely. Got now the Warlocks being overran by the sluggers. And they do teleport away, do knock back there. They still have all 5 of the models, so they're still quite healthy. The Model Squad does lose its Nob Leader, not being up for the Nob Leader. So pursuing that Commando Squad, Guardian Squad up here, falls back nice and early. Does the Nob Leader that does per camouflage. Some good hits there. Webway Gate does come full on the field. Bright Lance may just want to fall back to Webway. Ashtark trying to tie up the Commando Squad of melee.
One of our structures is under attack.
Okay, some good hits there with the Wraith Lord. The Wraith Lord's quite wounded. Ashtark and Warlock trying to engage that Commando Squad there. And I've got one of the Slugger Squads falling back. The other one's still in the region. And right now the Nob Leaders are seeing quite a bit of damage right there. The Nob Leader does go down. And now we've got the Mech Boy receiving some melee hits there from Ashtark. Does get a nice knockback there from the Warlock. And now the Mech Boy may get killed off right there. Another knockback there. Slugger Squad does get fully wiped out. Now the Mech Boy does go down there as well. Commando Squad gets this Nob Leader back up and going. But both these squads can fall back at reinforcements. Right now he does have a capture in his favor, so he can trade time for resources. Shooter Squad does fall back, oh so wounded. You got another Commando Squad now being pulled out on the field. Guardian Squad needs to take time to recruit up the Wraith Lord. Central VP is being captured by the Warp Spiders, and the Warlock has captured the Southern VP.
And it leads to war. The enemy is moving on foot.
Slugger Squad advancing forward, trying to get some damage there onto the Warlock. Does get a great knockback there, as was for the health regen. She does jump away with that little bit of a ledge. Two commando knobs spawn in the field, both of them with a knob leader.
Deploying shuriken cannon.
Well, shuriken cannon. Oh, but he's gone for another Wraith Lord.
Our mission above all.
This Wraith Lord's not fully healed, being repaired up now. We do have the Haywire Grenade for the Warp Spiders available. Of course, there's no vehicles at the moment. Right Lance still not been very useful ever since that Death Dread went down.
The enemy is claiming a victory point.
Great Lords, Guardian Squads advancing forward. Shark in, trying to tie up these forces up in melee. There's two commando squads there. He needs a full tank squad, not relying on the knob leaders in those commando squads. He needs either a Luda or a Tank Buster. Slugger Squad trying to engage that Warlock. Will receive quite a bit of damage both ways. The Warlock does go down there. He does have plenty of requisition, just needs a bit more power. And now we've got the Slugger Squad falling back. Wraith Lord's advancing on forward. Got a capture in favor of the Warlock, and does have double capture, soon to be triple capture. That could spell the end of the game. He does still have tier 3. He has no resources left.
Warp generator.
Doesn't have enough red points for rocks either. We do now have the Wraith Lord's Fence Forward, trying to get some good hits there on the Mech Boy. Mech Boy could be upgraded with Beam Death Gun. At this point in time, he needs to be a Death Gun. Wraith Lord's charging forward, trying to tie up these. Does take out one of the knob leaders there. Big loss. Being re-upgraded the knob leader over here. Warp Stars just engaging on in. Commando Squad trying to. Does get a good hit there. Throws another grenade. All Shark being redeployed. I don't think the previous one died. Yeah, she has special levels and equipment, so she did not die. Warp Stars gains some good hits there. That Commando Squad gained Annihilate, lose the knob leader as well. This Commando Squad made us need a full withdrawal. Seeing too much fire there. One of the Wraith Lords have gone down. And there is the VPs running out. This is Anagrid saying, thank you for watching, on to next replay. I am out of it today. I'm probably going to call the stream right now. It's my apologies. I am just far too exhausted. Everyone, have a good evening, get some good rest, and enjoy.